Good YouTube. This your man Spill Dog. Hey, that boy Frank Martin, he 5 days away from the biggest fight of his life. I keep saying it over and over again. In my mind, Frank already won. And what I mean by that is he finna make more money than he ever made in his life. He finna be on a bigger stage he can be on in the sport that he's in, and he gonna get more exposure in this one fight than he did in the all 18, the whole other 18 fights he had in his career. This one fight, he will be seen by more people than he did in all 18 of the previous fights, and him being the main event. Uh, I don't think he can beat Tank, but anything can happen in a fight. Anything can happen. And I'll say this. I've been watching a lot of, I always do this right before, a couple of weeks before the fight. Just look at film on both fighters, and it's one way I see Tank can blow this fight. And that's if he fight Frank the way he fought Pitbull. The way he fought Pitbull, he threw a lot of uppercuts from too far away, a lot of wide punches. Some of them was slow, overreaching, similar to what Earl was doing against Crawford. Throwing big punches and missing it, getting off getting off balance a little bit, and he was there to be countered a lot, and Pitbull just wasn't able to take advantage of it. And Frank Martin is a much better boxer than Pitbull, and I saw a lot of spots that I said, dog, if that was Frank, he would have caught right there. But since the Pitbull fight, I watched him fight Ryan Garcia. I watched him fight. I think it's Hector Garcia. I watched the fight with with Mario Barrios, and what I noticed was he fought a little differently in each fight, and it seemed like it was depending on what the fighter brought. He brought a style per fight, which showed me all his that he is very, very versatile. He's not a one-dimensional fighter. He's not a one-trick pony. So once I saw that, that's when I said, "Oh no, he'll be just fine." Because honestly, after I watched the fight with Pitbull, I thought about something Frank had been saying, that when he was saying that you can't be making the mistakes against him. That might have been the fight he was talking about, because Tank made a lot of mistakes in that fight against Pitbull. That, to be honest with you, he didn't look good in that fight to me. Not really. He won the fight, but I just saw I just saw a side of him that you wouldn't want to see. Definitely don't want to see it coming up this Saturday. But I watched three more fights after that, and he looked way different than he did in that particular fight. So that let me know Frank and Derek gonna have to be ready for a whole lot, because it ain't no telling what Tank might come in the ring and do that night. He just that multi-dimensional from what I've been from me watching his film and watching different fights he's been in. And what now Frank is a guy that can counter or lead. It don't make no difference. He can do both well. But he's more on the predictable side. Like I say, he remind me of Earl a lot, where he gon' seem like he fight a certain way, and that's what you got coming. If that's what he do against Tank, he gonna be in trouble, because Calvin and them gonna be ready for that particular guy right there. So if they switch up, if they done switched up stuff, it can make the fight. That's why I say I think for the first 4 or 5 rounds, it's gonna be real competitive, and towards the second half of the fight, I'm looking for the more experienced guy with the bigger punches, who's already champion, to start showing that might be a levels ahead, and start taking control of the fight. One of the guys in my comment section, Charles Thomas, me and him, we do this all the time, but well, he said something in one of his comments that was in reference to a video I made last week, and I like what he said, because it made a lot of sense. I was saying, in life, in most things, is you crawl, you walk, then you run, and I've seen, and it seemed to me like same thing Charles was saying. It seemed to me like he just skipped the whole walk phase. And when I say skip the walk phase, I mean with the B level fighters. I seen him where a lot of high C level and low C level fighters. But I would have liked to see him fight a De Los Santos or something like that. You know, that would have been the right route if he had time, but at his age. But that's basically what Dog was talking about. You know, you done skipped a whole step, and I think that's gonna catch up with him in a fight against Tank. To fight the fact that he didn't go fight them high B level fighters. He just went from fighting good solid C level fighters straight to A plus. And I think that's why I say after about 4 or 5 rounds, I think Tank gonna start getting his momentum going and kind of taking control of the fight, similar to what happened with Earl and Terrence Crawford. I felt like Earl won the first round in that fight. He got knocked down. He clearly lost the second round. I felt like he won the third round. That was it. After the third round, Crawford came out there. He was down in and took the fight from there. I see this being a similar situation possibly with Tank and Frank Martin. I'm thinking Tank gonna start coming in at different angles and switching stuff up, and I think it may confuse Frank. But still, like I say, when I say he a tune up for Tank, I don't mean it disrespectfully. I seriously think, and I think Tank all but said this, that he wants Shakur Stevenson next. Now, Shakur Stevenson is a hell of a fighter all the way around, so Tank been in jail. He been on house arrest. He been cooped up in the house for a whole year. This is one of the longest times he done had out the ring. If he gonna be taking these big fights, and that's what he said, he got 6 big fights he looking to take, and it was 7, I think, with this Frank fight. You want to get you a good, strong southpaw in the ring and see how you fare with him before you go run up there to Shakur. So that's why I think this fight happening with Frank. This is the fight to get Tank ready to go in there and fight Shakur Stevenson, and that's why I say it's more of a tune-up. Just because it's a tune-up don't mean the guy can't fight. That means this is the I'm using this fight to get me ready for a bigger fight. And I mean, there ain't no disrespect. There's just facts and truth. Well, I ain't gonna say facts, but it's my hypothesis. That I think is going that because I think Tank gonna be calling out Shakur next. Because you gotta remember, Tank finna fight in this weekend. I think 3 weeks from now, Shakur Stevenson gonna fight. So they schedule is plenty. They can make this fight. It's not gonna be conflict and nobody else fight day. So I'm thinking this is what's going on right here. I think Tank getting him a good, strong southpaw. So his next fight gonna be. I think he's gonna try to make Shakur Stevenson be his next fight if he get past this fight with Frank. All good. That's why I said a tune-up ain't no disrespect. I like Frank too, but I do not think he on Tank level, not yet. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, hit the like or subscribe. Till the next time, it's your boy Spill Dog. I'm out.